Hello, Folkaroonies. Unboxing time. This is a very good day because not only do I have this package to unbox, which is really, really exciting, but I also got my Devo Knives Mash in today. Just filmed the unboxing. You'll probably see it before you see this one. And I'm really happy with it. Perfect detent. Awesome knife. 15 thousandths behind the edge, too. Really, really impressive. Usually knives this size, at least big production knives, do not have that thin of an edge. So really exciting. It's a great day. This is something that I've wanted for a very long time, and one finally became available. It was at a point where I could afford it. Only because I just sold a bunch of stuff, a bunch of knives that were kind of just sitting around. Anyways, don't need to talk about that. Very exciting. Very, very. How do I open this thing? Gosh, maybe I need to cut right there. I like to save all my boxes because I reuse them when I ship things back out. I usually don't ever have to buy new boxes. Well, this one's getting ripped. Alrighty, so what do we got here? So this is my first time ordering from PVK Vegas. It's a big knife shop in Vegas, and they have an online store as well. A lot of automatic knives, but a lot of other things as well. This is not an automatic knife. But it's made by a company who makes a lot of automatic knives. Oh, baby! Another sticker. Let me put these peanuts back into their receptacle. Alright. Let me put the PVK sticker out. Alright, so this is a ProTech. This is my first ProTech I've ever bought. I thought I had a ProTech, but it was my ProTech Calmigo. Right here, I thought I had a ProTech, but I found out a few months ago this is actually a clone. This is not a real ProTech. I think there was some writing on the other side that the normal one has that mine didn't. So I got gypped on this one. I didn't pay a lot for it, but definitely more than I would have if it was a clone. So that kind of sucks. But anyways, this is my first real ProTech. Let's open it up. I think you have to, you slide this. Do 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 do. Made in the USA, dudes. Quality, craftsmanship, integrity. Yes. Great box, too. These are magnets. We have 3 peanuts holding in the knife. 3 very well-placed peanuts. It's in a little bag. Drawstring bag. A bag. Ooh. Ooh. This is the ProTech Malibu blacked out version. Oh gosh. Put this box away really quick. So you guys know this. 2022 was the year of button locks, budget button locks specifically. But before that was a thing, this was the button lock. That there weren't budget button locks, basically, is what I'm saying. So if you wanted a button lock, you had to pay up for something like the Malibu, or probably the Malibu. And then a bunch of budget button locks came around. Kaiser made a bunch. Civivi made a bunch. CJRB made a few. A lot of other companies as well. But this was the OG. And recently, Jason, my buddy, Puerto Rican with a Knife, go give him a subscribe at Puerto Rican with a Knife. He lent me his Malibu, and I realized that it was 100 times better than all these other button locks. 100 times better, maybe more, maybe 1,000 times better, because it had an actual detent. That was my main complaint with these more low-end button locks. While they are great, I'm not talking crap about them. I still really like these things, but they're a little mushy. You know, they don't have a detent ball. There's not a crisp breakaway when you go to flick them. But the Malibu did. And as soon as I touched Jason's, which is right here, I knew that I had to have it. So let's flip this thing. A little bit of button stick. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but the detent on this thing, it feels like a regular, it feels like it has a regular detent ball. It does not feel like a button lock at all when you go to flip it. Not at all. The coating on this aluminum is kind of interesting. It's almost like grippy in a way. I really like it. I haven't felt any aluminum coated like this. Here's another example, the Drop Bear. This is coated aluminum. This is much more smooth. This, I don't know, there's something about it. It feels a lot different. I really like it. We have a backspacer. I think it's also aluminum. Yeah, actually it is. It's actually part of the scales. You can see the seam running down the middle. Can you? Yeah. So it's actually part of the scale. All blacked out. Great clip. Inset flathead screws. There's no branding on the blade at all. Clean blade. You just have the Protec and the CPM 3V right up there on the spine, which is perfect. I love that. I wish more companies would put their branding right on the spine right there. It's just such a clean look, man. Gosh, this blacked out version is so awesome. This is epic, dude. I think that button stick will probably go away after a while. Gosh, that's crazy. Okay, so on a lot of button locks, when you close it, if you hold the button down, it'll kind of bounce like that, right? See that? Now you can time it to where you let go right as it's closing, and you can get it to not do that. Like this. It's easy to do that. But if you hold down the button, you get the bounce. But this one, it doesn't bounce. You can hold down the button. I'm holding it down. It just goes home. It just closes. It's almost like it gets sucked into its closed position. That's crazy. We're perfectly centered. Absolutely rock solid. I love this. I don't have too many blacked out knives. In fact, I don't have any. Unless you count like, this is kind of blacked out, but it's not really. This is my only true blacked out knife, and I think it's a perfect one for it. It's so comfortable too. The blade to handle ratio is great. It's almost like you wouldn't expect that much blade to pop out of this handle, you know? Oh gosh. It's so fun. Do this forever. The flipper tab is shaped perfectly. Perfectly. This might be one of my favorite flipper tabs ever. It has jimping just on the top right there. Right where your finger wants to go. And it's kind of, it's curled up a little bit, so you just, I don't know, it feels like you got perfect leverage off of it. This is fantastic, man. Fantastic. At the time of filming this video, at least, these are still available at PVK Vegas. If anyone is interested. I think the reason that, because these also dropped in 20CV, they were a little bit more expensive. I think the reason that these 3V ones are not selling out quite as fast, for some reason, a lot of people think that 3V is not a good folding knife steel. 3V has historically typically been used on fixed blades, but I don't really see why people think that it shouldn't be used on a pocket knife. It's a really tough steel, and why is that a bad thing on a pocket knife? I don't really understand that. If I'm missing something, let me know in the comments. But I am perfectly happy with this 3V. Definitely. Gosh, it feels so good. This is the best button lock I've ever tried. Period. Easily. Alright, I'll stop flipping it. Best button lock I've ever tried. Easy. Great blade shape. They call this a reverse Tonto on all the websites. I don't think it is. I would call this a modified Wharncliffe or sheep's foot. This is not a reverse Tonto in my eyes, but that's what they call it. Feels relatively thin at the edge, maybe around 20 thousandths. Let's measure it. Get the old callies out. Don't know why I called them that just now. And we got 21 back there. We got 21 up there in the middle. Then up at the tip, we have 25. So it gets thicker at the tip. That's on purpose, This is a really good at utility cuts. You don't want a super thick tip for that kind of thing, but you want it, thick enough to where it's not going to be flimsy up there. So that's fine. I think that's a great thinness for back here. Could be a little thinner, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't think that's overly thick. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. I just love it. They did a great job on the button, man. It sits absolutely flush with the surface of the scale when it's closed. And when it's open, it sticks up very slightly more than when it's closed, but still almost totally flush. That's just cool, The Cormorant button sticks out way more. Let's see if you can see them side by side. There we go. Way more stick out on the button. Doesn't affect the knife. It just it feels a little better when you don't have to push that button down as far, to actuate it. Better ergonomics, You're less likely to push the button down accidentally, which I don't think would ever happen, When you're gripping it, you're not near the button at all. If you were left-handed, possibly you're a little closer to the button, but I don't see how that's going to get pushed, even if you were like up here. Let's see. I'm gripping it as hard as I can right on the button, and I can't disengage it. So, there is some button stick, which might be why, but I still don't think you're going to be able to, you're not going to disengage it. little cutout loop deal for the lanyard if you want it. Love how they do that. It's just subtle. It's not a hole, but it's there. If you want a lanyard, it's there. I'm in love. Absolutely in love. That'll do it. Thanks for watching, folks. It's a great day for me. These are going to be the last purchases I make for the next month because I'm going to the California Custom Knife Show on February 11th. It's in Anaheim, California. So if any of you guys are near there or not and want to make the drive, consider going. I'm going to be there. Let's hang out. Tickets are only $15. It's on a Saturday. Starts at 11 in Anaheim, California. Go look it up. Yeah, just throwing that out there. I'm going to be there. So if any of you guys want to come hang out, check out some cool knives, that's where I'm going to be. So I'm trying to save up a little bit of money so that I can maybe at least buy one knife there, you know. So these are going to be my last purchases for the next month. I'm really looking forward to it. This is going to be my first knife show of any kind. So really exciting. I love you guys. Like the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you like the Malibu, you like the design, if you've never handled one, if you would like to. And yeah, consider becoming a member if you want to do that. That'd be sweet. Thanks for watching, folks. See you in the next one. And adios.